It will get better. Hear me out. Whatever you're going through will pass. It's an idea that I've been kind of pondering on and just kind of working through in my head recently, because it's weird how a lot of times when things are going really rough for you in the moment, obviously you feel very down on yourself and life sucks and you're thinking you just want to get through this moment. But then you fast forward a few years later and you look back on those exact same moments with this fondness of, wow, it wasn't all bad. Actually, I miss X, Y, and Z about those times in my life. Whatever that is for you, there's always going to be a silver lining to it. And if you could just remember that in the moment while you're going through it, that it's not that bad. And maybe it is bad, but you're going to get through it and you're going to be on the other side of it and you're going to be happy that you did and you're going to get to where you need to go. You just got to have that reassurance in yourself that I'm going to get where I need to go and where I'm trying to go, and let whatever's happening just happen and don't rush it. I think Gary Vee is famous for saying, trust the process. I think that's one of the best things he's ever said. It really is true. Like, trust the process. Like, whatever season you're in, you're going to miss it one day. It's honestly just, it's a weird way the brain works. Obviously, when you're in the moment, like I said, it's tough. But if you can just realize like it's going to get better and you can kind of have that zoomed out perspective, you'll be able to enjoy the tough parts a little bit better. You'll be able to appreciate the grind a little bit more. This is all a part of what is making you the person you're going to be. I think a lot of times people don't realize that the best people, the best teachers, the best people who are role models and set examples and change the world are people who went through really hard things in life. And if you can make it through that and you can pick yourself up and push yourself through that, then you're going to be that much better for it. I really do think the idea that you're in the good old days right now is a massive, massive mindset shift that will help everyone. Because if you just realize like, hey, in 4 years, 5 years from now, things are going to be a lot different. And I may look back on this time and think, yeah, I'm glad, I made it through the college grind or my doctorate. Let's think something like that. Or you were working really hard at trying to get promoted in your career and you were getting crapped on, and now you're happy that you're on the other side of it and you're happy that you got that promotion. But then you look back and you're like, dang, actually, I miss those coworkers that I was with. I miss this particular professor, that I had. And it's a different feeling when you can look back on it because you're on the other side. But I think the idea that I'm trying to introduce is that know that you're going to make it already, have that conviction, and appreciate where you're at right now. And I'll give you a quick story about myself personally. When I was in my early 20s, I was really grinding. I had 2 jobs, working hard. I would work from 2 to 10 at one job, and then I would wake up after that job and go to my next job at 3 a.m. and get off at 7 a.m. So it's short shift, but you got to realize that sometimes I'm working 12 hours, 10 to 12 hours at the other job. On the lighter days, I'm working 8, 6 days out of the week, and then waking up at 3 to do 3 to 7, I'm sorry. So between 3 and 4 hours, sometimes 5 hours at this job. I'm working a total of like 16 hours in a day at times. I'm driving a 1998 Dodge Neon, a white Dodge Neon at the time. Let me tell you, things were hard. I'm sleeping maybe a few hours in between shifts. Burnout was absolutely a real thing. Physically, mentally, I'm a drain. Emotionally, I'm absolutely taxed. I'm missing time with my family, my friends. I'm having conversation with family members and they're asking me, oh, I haven't seen you in a long time. And it's like, it hurt, like to my core, it hurt. But at the same time, I look back on that very same period of my life and I'm like, dang, like actually it wasn't that bad. Like, yeah, it was hard. And yeah, there was moments where I wanted to give up and maybe I should have even worked harder. And I think to myself, I'm like, actually those moments were shaping me. I didn't even know it at the time. It made me realize the amount of effort that I'm able to produce, the amount of production I'm able to actually output is insane. I can put in 16 hours a day, only sleep a few hours in between and still survive. Now, maybe in my early 30s, that's going to be a little bit harder for me, but that set me up to be able to not have to do that now. And it's a real perspective shift that I wish I would have had then that I apply now, because things aren't completely peachy for me now. Everything's not smooth sailing all the time. I still have hardships. I don't think life ever gets completely easy, no matter who you are. You can be a billionaire in Dubai and, you know, have everything you ever wanted, but you can't stop your parent from passing away. You can't stop one of your best friends from getting into a car accident. You can't prevent the health crisis completely for yourself. Now, if you're rich, you're a billionaire, there's advantages, and I'm sure that, you know, you can prevent certain things from happening, certain disease, certain issues. But at the same time, not everything is preventable with money. So it's not just about having money. Life is just hard, and it is what it is. You have to kind of embrace that, understand that you're going to struggle. There'll be times of peace, and enjoy those times of the sunshine and rainbows, but realize that the hard things is what really are building you for that. And it's really what's pushing you towards being a better person. You know, I was in those moments, you know what I mean? Like in that time period when I was in my early 20s, you know, really going through a car breaking down, needing to find a new one. You know, my adoptive family, I'll say for the sake of the video, told me, hey, you need to move out and get a new apartment, you know, get your own place. So I'm out. I gotta, you know, get a new apartment, pay rent. I got a new girlfriend, now wife at the time. You know, a lot of things were stacking up that were really, really hard, but I don't think I would have did anything different other than maybe appreciate the fact that, hey, I'm going to make it through this. And I think that's my overall perspective shift that I want to offer to any young man or young woman, or, you know, even if you're a little bit older. I think that's a perspective shift that everyone can really use and benefit and realize, like, okay, it's hard now, but it'll probably be better. And, you know, I get it. There's people out there that are maybe going through something that I can't even understand. I can't wrap my head around how hard it actually is for them. But if you're at the bottom, you got to realize at the same time, its only way is up. But most likely, if you're watching this and you have an internet connection, you're probably in a first world country. You probably are able to make it out of whatever it is. You probably can head in the right direction. You're probably going to be okay. I just wanted you guys to realize this season is only shaping you. It's not going to break you. And if you can have that mindset, I think you honestly can be unstoppable in life. I really do. And you can be so much more happy and so much more joyous and so much more in the moment and in the present now, rather than always looking to the future. And I still struggle with looking forward to the future. I still struggle with this. So it's not like I'm completely cured of this. So sometimes when I make these videos, I almost am making them to remind myself of these kind of ideas and remind myself that, like, hey, it's going to be okay. You're going to get through this. I just want to kind of close with you guys on that note. You know, it will get better. This will pass. The goal is not to rush life. Let life happen. Trust the process. And if anyone else is in a season like this right now, just let me know down low in the comments if what's going on with you. What are your current struggles? Something that's hard for you that later on you realize that maybe helped you. That would be an interesting conversation too. I'd love to hear your guys' stories. Thank you if you are watching this. I appreciate you. I wish you the best, and I hope that you make it through. Thank you, guys.